Hello, workshop students. I'm very excited to start this new semester with you, and I always feel like the workshop section, it's smaller, more personal, and because I really want to get to know you better and figure out how best to support you, I think sometimes it's easier if you know a little bit more about me. So I'm going to walk you through this brief introduction, but just a little bit of a different, more personal approach than the composition course as a whole. So about 10 years ago, I would say, the 6-word memoir kind of trend came online, and I was asked to do this in some sort of professional development session, and it really stuck with me. And my 6-word memoir is daughter, wife, mother, teacher, still learning. And I have a lot of different roles in my life, but these 4 are the ones that I'm driven to continue to improve. Not that as a sister or as a friend or in the million other roles that we all have in our lives, that I don't still want to learn how to be better. But these 4 are the ones that I think on a daily basis I try to think about and improve. So I'm going to just go through my 4 roles. So my first one is that I'm a daughter, and these are my parents, Kathy and Joe. In the middle is my daughter, and I'll talk about her a little bit more. She graduated from high school in 2016, which means she was graduating college in 2020, which turned out to be kind of disappointing, as you can imagine. So my parents are really nice people, and I'm trying to get my face so there we go. And they live in South Carolina. I grew up in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, though, and I have a brother, so it was, the 4 of us were a real close, tight-knit family. But as a daughter, I'm in a position now where my parents are in their late 70s. I'm worried about them with COVID, but so far they're doing okay. Okay, so I am a wife, and I married this guy. This is a funny picture. It was a long time ago now. So we got married in 1993. I still like him. He makes me laugh every day. I love his Harry Potter glasses in this, and my very youthful face here. And obviously, an important role in my life as a wife. And these are kind of old pictures at this point, but I like them for a couple of reasons, because they were kind of turning points. So this is my daughter Megan, who you saw in the first slide, and this is a picture of her and I in Florence, Italy. And this was a big moment because she decided after this trip that she was going to go study abroad, and she spent a whole semester, so almost 5 months in Italy, in Florence, and it was the year before COVID. So she really was fortunate that she was able to have an incredible experience in Florence. And then this is my son. He's older. He's older than Megan, I should say. He's almost 24 now. And this was the day that we dropped him off at Coastal Carolina University. And, you can sort of see my face. I'm like choking back some tears. It was a big moment. He really didn't love the college experience, so he ended up going in a different direction after his first semester. But it was an important time for everybody, And then I have to say that these 2 dogs are really important to me as a dog mom. This is Riley. He is the sweetest soul alive, I think. He's just, you can tell even by this picture. And this is Daisy. She's the puppy. They're both golden doodles. They're great dogs. She's still very much a puppy, though. And loves affection. They both do. They're just great. And then I have a Granddog, and this is Malcolm. He is now much bigger than this, although he's not quite a year old. But he's bigger than Daisy and Riley at this point. But I just love this picture so much. This is when my son first brought him home to his place. He lives in Massachusetts. This is a more recent picture of my son Julian and his little sweet doggy. And then the last but not least role in my 6-word memoir is teacher. So I've been in education for about 20 years. I had a different career before I went into education. I worked in retail management in all kinds of different ways, but I was always pulled to teaching for a lot of different reasons. I am a full-time teacher at Craig Magnet Schools. I work in Enfield and at the Civic Leadership High School currently, but I've done a few different jobs at CREC. Prior to working for CREC, I worked at Granby Memorial High School for 11 years. I love teaching wholeheartedly, and it is who I am. I've been a part-time teacher at Tunxus for several years now, and it's something I was always interested in as in my graduate school experience. The direction I believed that I was going to go in was teaching at the community college level. And I didn't, when I was in grad school in Florida at Florida State University, and when we moved back to Connecticut, it was just really hard to find a job at a community college. So I went into public school teaching. And then it just, through a series of really fortunate events, I got a connection and started teaching at Tunxus. And I love it so much. And I see myself continuing to teach at the community college level for many, many years to come. I consider myself a avid reader. I write on a daily basis. Nothing necessarily profound, but I write to see what I think. Speaking and listening are important to me, as is like being a really thoughtful person. I consider myself fair and fun. I will work hard for you. I am very cognizant of the fact that people pay for college courses, so I try to give you your money's worth. I expect you to work hard too, and hopefully it will feel manageable and you'll feel supported. I take my responsibilities very seriously, but I try not to take myself too seriously, and you're going to see in these videos that I'm going to mess up and sometimes keep going and just laugh about it, because I feel like when they're super polished, it just isn't as fun for you or me. So you will see that I'm very human and I'm still learning. So I have that mindset on a daily basis. I think about it when I'm planning lessons. I think about it when I get feedback. I ask for a lot of feedback, and I want you to know that I'm absolutely on your side. I want you to be successful in this course, and I'm going to try to make it as engaging for you as possible. So please respond to my introduction. You can comment on anything I've said. You can ask questions. I want us to view the discussion in this part a little differently than we do in workshop, and that's for a few reasons. But one is I want us to really use this discussion as a place to really kind of engage with each other in terms of the questions and responses and what you're thinking about. So please feel free to, if you want to add a video, add a video. It's you can do it on YouTube and then just drop the link in, and then let's just see where it takes us. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to say and answering your questions and really working with you this semester.